Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noel Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit, and joining me every week is my brother Pedro. Hello.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro's Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is a show where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody hanging out. We are in the Discord chat room. If you'd like to join us throughout the show, you can drop us a lovely comment on live broadcast chat room. It's the Adafruit Discord server, and the invite URL for that is adafruit.it/discord or discord.gg/Adafruit. Either one will work. We'll take a few moments to welcome everybody in the Discord chat room, and then we'll do a little bit of housekeeping.
Good morning to everybody hanging out. We're also in the YouTube chat, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitch, and the Periscope. Good morning to Esther, Andy Calloway, Rosin.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
Hanging out.
Yeah. Should I jump right into the housekeeping? Shall we?
Jump right in.
Okay. If we go to adafruit.com/free, you'll find out all the deals that are going on this week while supplies last, of course. If you spend $99 or more at your checkout, you'll get a free half-size from a Proto breadboard PCB. If you spend $149 or more, you'll get the half-size from a Proto plus a Adafruit KB2040. That's that lovely keyboard driver for making keyboard projects. And for orders that are $200 or more, you'll get the KB2040, the half-size from a Proto, and free ground shipping from UPS, and that's continental US only. And then if your order is $299 or more, you get the free shipping, the KB2040, the half-size from a Proto, and a BBC Microbit V2. This is all while supplies last. You can always go to adafruit.com/free. All of these lovely goodies get added to your cart automatically when you are in checkout. So check that out. And we also have a 10% discount code if you want to put your orders in today. This coupon code will work for the next 24 hours. And it is TRON Disc. Disc with D-I-S-C. Not to be confused with the other disc.
Yeah, one is like the medium, right?
I think so. I don't know. I just know that I thought it was a Tron disc, like a floppy disk, but it is not. Yeah, thanks for Wiki Fandom for setting it straight on how to spell props properly. Proper props. All right, the last thing I want to talk about is the jobs board. We'll be back. It is undergoing some maintenance, but we do have a redirected site, and these are the opening positions at Adafruit HQ in the New York City area. So if any of these positions seem appealing to you, check those out. This is for on-site gigs only, but check it out. And the jobs board will be back hopefully soon. All right, and that is the housekeeping I got. We're gonna jump right into all the other stuff if I can manage to go back to Discord. Here we go.
All right, cool. Yeah, so this week is the launch of TRON Disc, LED disc, motion activated LED disc, featuring the PropMaker FeatherWing and the NRF52840 for doing Bluetooth connectivity, so you can change your team colors. Since right on the day that we were filming this, we went on the light cycle run at Disney World, they announced that they now have team green. So we were able to add that in there right before going on. And I think I got the hue right with the color green that they're using. And here it is, green. Got two of these guys.
Oh no, I think you have frozen, Pedro. We'll give you a couple of seconds, maybe a minute to reboot as you have been de-rezzed. There you go, you're back.
Motion activated sound effects. I know I paused until the stupid internet connection went back on. So that's super cool. Great. They are a nice build. You can go ahead and battle with them. They are nice and sturdy. And one of the things we were looking up, we were like, oh, where can we get, does Disney still have these? And what was it? It was like 9 years ago or something that they actually made these.
12. Yeah.
12 years. So now they're considered relics, and I think they cost $200 to buy one.
On
so
eBay,
that is not going to work.
It's surprising,
yeah.
So if you were one of the lucky few, I mean, you could probably retrofit it if there's enough clearance for like a feather and a PropMaker, but you can 3D print the whole body. The main pieces will fit on the majority of 3D printers, and you're using a really cool filament swap technique to get the two-tone colors, where you get translucent PLA on the first layer, and you switch it to that galaxy black PLA in the next layer. So you get this really nice dual tone color going on. It's really good for projects that need light diffusion. So you don't need any glue to attach these pieces. They just get fused together when you swap the filament.
That's right. We have access to our USB connection, so we can reprogram it or charge the battery. And then we have our on and off button on the side here. Easily turn that on and off. And we are using 2 different LED strips. So one is side lit, so it's on its side and it's pointing upwards, and that's what's illuminating the top. And then a regular LEDs that's just pointing outwards to create the side action there. And because it is printed in dual tones, you do get that extra illumination down here at the bottom. So I didn't have to model anything for that. Everything is held together with these M2 screws, which sort of make it feel like they're like pins that poke in. I should have did like something like a twisty or something, or like a press fit, but this seemed to be
that seems to work really good.
Pretty good construction. So I take these pins out. You can see the inside here. Grab here, and you can see the inside with the NRF2840 in here. The PropMaker right on top. You can see how we spaced out everything for the speakers. So that is over here on its own. And then we have a breakout USB board, so we can route the USB connection to the outside. Little slide switch here gets mounted on the side. We have these clips that hold on the 2200 milliamp hour LiPo battery. And then the magnets are all mounted along the cavities here. And these magnets press fit with this little cap on top, because inevitably, anytime that we're using a project with magnets, we're always going to mount them wrong. It just happens. Usually we use glue or something. This way we can just take the cap right off, reposition it. I think I had to reposition it 3 times because for some reason, I don't know, the polarity sometimes gets flipped on you when you're not looking. So you can easily match that up to the vest that has the plate where this actually attaches to your back. One of the requests Lamar had for this was to have it attached to your back, because in the movies and everywhere, that's what you see, the action happening. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Wrap the vest here. So we're using this is a running vest. And this is a really great idea for mounting any sort of cosplay props to your back. Comes in different sizes, and it has this nice mesh construction on the back. So for tying these on, I didn't have to use a needle. And for thread, we're just using nylon fishing string. It just goes through the loops there and attaches the plate. And this guy on here, just align these. You get all fancy and have like, having like a negative and a positive one so that it attaches exactly how you want. And this guy has, you can hear the nice satisfying click of it clicking on there. And it is powerful enough to attach through several layers of like thick clothes. So I was able to have like a hoodie on and underneath like a thin shirt to have this still attached. It'll have plenty of strength on there. And it just attaches like that. The only thing though, with attaching this to the back, you do kind of break your wrist trying to reach back there.
Oh, that's fun.
So that's the only thing. It's kind of like, but yep, like we were saying, it comes in different sizes, so you can size this up. Unfortunately, it's too big for any of my kids to actually wear, so I couldn't get any like hero shots with them on it. And angle this down here. what you want to do when you're wearing this is don't have it all the way up. Let it slightly go down so you can actually reach it. You do sort of have to like break your wrist with putting this.
Gotta have the dexterity.
There it is.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah, there it is. It's nice and sturdy. I was able to have this while I was waiting in line getting hero shots. And yeah, it attaches pretty nice. And like we were saying before, the nice little running vest has the mesh all throughout. If you just want to wear this just by itself, you have like access to all these pockets. So I don't know if like you had a battery or something that you want to have external. You actually attach that to the center here. So nice big pocket for like a 6600 milliamp hour batteries if you want to have extra charge. And then there's even pockets on the the shoulders here.
Very tactical. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be for running. So I'm guessing your phone would fit in one, your earpods would fit on another one. And this one has like a little pocket that goes through right here.
Yeah, that's great.
So like a bunch of adjustable things here for making it even tighter, because this is even kind of loose on me. And this is I think this is an extra small.
Okay. And it's elastic bands on the sides here to like readjust it so it's tighter.
Yeah. These are elastic.
Okay. Nice. And it's meant for running, so it's going to be ergonomic.
Yeah. So it's nice and what is it? Air, like it's good for the air or whatever. Nice,
airy. Breathable.
So,
it's breathable, very breathable when you're running.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about when you're like breaking your wrist to try to reach it.
Can you scratch your own back? Well, back scratcher over here. Yeah.
See if I can. You always gotta the one trick you gotta remember when attaching. If you're attaching it with your left hand, your thumb being close to where the slide switch is, and that's what makes it align to the magnet. So,
that's a handy tip.
So if you're printing it exact like that, that's what it should be like. Oh man, my wrist hurts from doing.
You already hurt your wrist. That's funny.
But yeah, super cool effect that you're able to do that. One of the top requests from Lamar that you wanted, because everything else, with CircuitPython, makes it super easy in terms of having all the sound effects and the LEDs, wiring, or all that. So the cool thing that made it was having it mount to your back.
I like when it mounts to your back, it jolts the accelerometer, so it like gets brighter. And it makes that crashing sound effect. So it almost works out really good. Where it's almost is the magnet triggering it? No, it's just the force of the thing shaking. Which
I thought it was me being lucky on the animation loop, but no, you're right. That's exactly what's happening.
What it does.
The accelerometer is picking up on it.
We'll walk through the code.
It's super loud when you're there, or like on a convention floor or whatever. But it is there. I think you might be able to fit the bigger speaker that we have, but the tiny little oval one is just nice, slim, and already comes with the Pico blade connector, so it plugs right into the FeatherWing PropMaker. What else? I mentioned it charges right through the micro USB. What else can we mention about it?
I mean, we'll go through the Learn Guide and then we'll pull out
jump into the guide.
Some interesting things.
Let's go ahead and jump into the guide, I guess. Spent, I think, about a month talking about the construction for this, so let's go ahead and see how we actually built it. Nice bit of construction on here. Am I driving this Learn Guide here?
Oh, yeah, it's your Learn Guide.
Let's see. Present my screen. And let's do, I think it's this guy here. Okay. All right.
Yay.
Let's see if I can get these GIFs to load. Dang it. No, it's such a cool shot. The thing
That's
here.
fine.
I think
it'll load in the next
shot here. Yeah, so this is a couple of the shots that we got while we were waiting in line to ride. And this is how it looks like with the hoodie. Pretty easy hoodie to find. They're on Amazon. I think it ships next day. Comes in a couple of different sizes. I'm just wearing a small here. And as you can see, it lines up pretty good with your harness. You just got to where like I was showing, like have it slag down just a tiny bit. And then for the hoodie, depending on your size, of course, should be able to align perfectly with the circle. Let's see. You can, they let you in. You can go inside Disney with this thing on. I just had it in my backpack, like
nice,
with my battery and everything, and walked right by. Girl right next to me got pulled out by security because her earpods. So that lets you know what their priorities are on. The cool guy walking in with a Tron disc. You're good, man. Don't worry. No worry. Lady with
no
the earpods.
earbuds.
Stop.
Well, maybe you just don't want them to fly out of your ears when you're on this very exhilarating fast ride.
I figured that the magnets that are in there, because there's 8 of them, would trigger the scanners, but we walked in twice with the discs and we went right through.
It didn't set off the alarm.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so you're good to just walk into the parks with this cool prop. And this isn't the first time we walked in there with props. The little Lola bot, they let us walk in with that, and I just wear that on. So I think that's the trick, just having it on you so they know that.
Yeah, being very open about it, just like, hey,
yeah, exactly.
It's just a prop. Cool. There's some limits, like you can't have like a full helmet and like a whole costume because you'll get confused. Yeah, so there's some things like that, but you didn't have a helmet, you just had your hoodie, yeah. So within some limitations, you can go into a Disney park.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's see. Nice little hero shot of the boards that we're using, the NRI-52840, specifically because of the Bluetooth code. We wanted to make sure that, luckily, because of what happened with them adding a green color like on the day of, so you can change your team colors in the code. You can edit what color it starts up on, or you can use your watch and your phone to change those colors afterwards. We don't have any LED animations on there, but there is a control pad where you can add those to it. I forget what project we did have some animations where you just click on the different numbers to switch the animation. That can be put in there later. Most of the parts that we're using are in stock, which yay, it's always good. Rare event to happen. We use a project and everything's in stock. Almost everything. I think the what isn't in stock? I think the one of the strips are not in stock. The regular.
Yeah, there's
size.
so many strips though.
But they do.
Folks can choose.
Yeah, it's the. Yeah, folks can choose whichever one you want, and specifically the one that isn't in stock is just the meter-long one. But I would just go ahead and pick up the 4-meter-long LED, the regular mini skinny strip. So all you got to do is cut it down, which you have to do anyway to size it to fit the case. The magnets, we have all those magnets in stock. I link to the running vest that I got, which is, if it loads up, it's just this guy here. As you can see, we were saying it's just for running, offers pocket. Oh, that's what it's for. It's for a snack.
An energy bar or key.
Yeah.
What is or key? Or like keys or something?
Oh, and there's one in the back. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, it's in the back. So there are these hidden compartments. This is such a great little vest that I bought a separate one.
For cosplay, like imagine the animatronic wings and like the potentiometer could be here, a speaker could be here, a display, all sorts of different things. You have all these attachment points. You don't have to sew it from scratch, which is really nice. So I think we'll be using this more for like wearable props going forward.
That's why I bought another one, because it's like, dude, this is so handy. Like,
totally.
But yeah, this is the golden nugget that I get out of this project is this wearable vest that we can attach electronics to so easily. Yeah. Like it's just fishing wire.
Yeah. Very cool.
Magnets, we have all the magnets in stock, and they're quite powerful. I guess I gotta just remind people to be super careful with this. I already got pinched. I was trying to align the polarities for these.
Yeah.
JST cables to make plugging everything in nice and simple, and of course the silicone ribbon wires for connecting your USB breakout, battery extension, JST, M2 screws that are going to act as essentially pins to hold the cases together. And I think that's it. moving on to coding. This is essentially a copy of the Darksaber code. All I did was just change the startup colors and the amount of LEDs. This will show you how to get your bootloader and your their latest version of CircuitPython installed. And then you did this page here on
I'll say a couple things.
Getting on the library bundles.
It's CircuitPython, so when you load the Feather onto your computer, it's a USB flash drive, so you have instant access to the WAV files. So if you wanted to rip some actual audio from Tron the movie, you can have it spew all those different sound effects from the movie, which there's a lot to play with. We didn't want to publish those because there's some copyright issues, but if you're doing it for your own project, totally free. You can figure out how to rip the audio from a DVD or a YouTube video, which is all easier. So you can have like some like welcome to the game board or something when you power it on. It'd be really cool. And there's all sorts of different sound effects you can find that are royalty free. And if you're doing it for personal use, you're not selling it, you can pick whatever kind of sound effect from whatever movie you want. We love this piece of code and this combination of a Feather, Bluefruit, and the PropMaker. Last week I saw Kumi Cosplay make an LED katana with the exact same code. And she just tweaked it a little bit here and there for the colors and the sound effect, and it's a completely different project. Like, it's a really good baseline, I think, for all sorts of different props that just need a little bit of a little bit of movement, and you get like a different animation or a different sound effect.
I'm glad you brought that up. This is exactly who it was for. A cosplayer who is good at making things and doesn't have to worry about setting up the code, like getting an IDE to, connect to the board at all, like getting these weirdo Arduino files that are probably out of date. Like, this is all being worked on. We have a whole team that is working on just getting new features in, fixing bugs, getting this all up to standard to specifically work as a prop tool.
CircuitPython is awesome for props, so I hope more cosplayers will check it out, because I feel like there's still a lot of folks that want to use Arduino and
they
like
always
a trinket.
It's like trinket or Arduino. It's like no.
You want this thing to last.
Specifically to work with waves and MP3s and lights.
Yeah, that's right.
Doing motion. Like, this is what it's made for, not for some weird industrial application that you're trying to shoehorn things into. So
trying to get as cheap as possible, right? Yeah. Cool. Yeah. The circuit diagram is pretty straightforward too. We're looking at it.
Very easy. The only difficult part in this one was building the JST connection that's connecting both of these LED strips, because these are essentially just being shared into one pin so that both of them are acting as one. I didn't want to have two separate pins where we're managing two different objects and like having to, like if it's just one behind the other one, it's gonna, like how the animation starts, it starts, going around the circle, would go around the entire thing. I like how both of the sides go up. And I think with the green one, I think I wired it funny, because it starts off on two different, one starts here and the other one starts at the other. And see how it's
that's fun.
you can barely fit on the side.
That's
a cool effect. So
it is.
So you can,
even just the way you wire it could be kind of a strategic thing for your effect. That's neat. All right. Well, the PropMaker is supposed to make it pretty easy. It's got all the built-in goods. Yep.
Yeah. If you need to look at it, any of these at more finer detail, these are shot in 5K, so you can see little close-ups here of how the wires are arranged, how I like tuck these underneath so the wires aren't, up and messing with the diffusion on the top here. So you have that
it's a very clean build, like with the wiring and everything. Like, you did a good job, like making it just clear, and like the prop itself.
Otherwise,
like,
you'll see shadows.
Yeah, a lightsaber is hard because you got to stuff the thing in, and all your wires can get kinked. This one's like nicely neat laid out, and that's thanks to just the shape of the prop. So good stuff.
For 3D printing, you already confirmed this should fit on an Ender.
An Ender printer.
Ender 2.
Creality Ender
S2,
printer.
S1. Materials for this, we're just using any white diffused PLA. There are like white opaque ones. I would avoid that one because it is going to block the the diffusion from working.
Okay.
Standard settings, 220, and then the main thing here is the filament change. I show you how to in Cura set up your modified G code. I show you where that is under extensions, post processing, the modified G code, and then how to add the filament change command, where you tell it from 0 to 12, you're going to print in white. And then from 12 to 123, you're going to print in black. And then from 123 and on to the last layers, you're going to switch it back to white. So you can have that nice changing effect. So it is going to change 3 times. You just got to be aware of when your printer is ready for that color change.
Yeah.
For the bottom layer or bottom cover, we're going to do we're going to switch it out once. So after it prints 3 layers in black, we'll switch to white, and that's what's going to let you illuminate the side part of the disc.
Very clever.
Moving on to assembly, nice little short explanation of how to set up your short header pins. So we have the sockets and the pins. The sockets will go on the NRF52840 pointing up, and then the pins will go on the PropMaker FeatherWing, and those will be pointing down, so you can press those 2 together. And like you were saying before, we're using the short header and the socket and the pins just so we can save that much space. Though the NRF52840 has standoffs that mount right on the bottom cover. And I forgot to put that down. You need M2.5 by 5 millimeter long machine screws. You just need 4 of those to connect together. You can dry fit your LED strips. You can measure and then cut right where the 2 the pads meet, so you can have a nice clean cut for those. I'm just going to measure both of those, and then once they're measured, you're going to want to carefully remove them from the sheath should be in. And this is to make space. I didn't want to increase like the wall from away from the components, so it wouldn't be so big. So you do need to remove the sheath, otherwise it's not going to close on you. It's that much thickness, or that little bit too thick to close the case. The 3-pin JST connector that we have is what's going to be used to plug directly into the PropMaker FeatherWing. Like we were saying before, we are using some ribbon cables to connect those together. Once those are all nice and soldered up, you will place those inside the bottom case. Next up, we are going to use the little USB extension breakout so we can position that on the outside or outside of the case, so you have easy access to connecting the USB cable. I think actually this is the hardest part because of all of the teeny tiny little connections for the USB port. I should have put the diagram of what pin is for the USB micro connector, since it is a little difficult with how teeny tiny all the pads are. I think
it can be challenging.
Part of it.
Yeah, it's challenging.
It can be, yeah. But in the video, I show that I'm just using a regular soldering tip, like a big old fat one that if once you get to that skill level, you're able to just connect that. Speaker plugs into the Pico blade connector on the side of the PropMaker FeatherWing, and then press fits into the little oval wall shape right next to the board. The slide switch is on the other side of that, and we can use the mount there to press fit that into place. You want to use any 2 of the pins that are on the slide switch, and those connect to the enable and ground connections on the FeatherWing. Let's see, next up, one more extension cable, a 2-pin JST wire that will extend the battery extension. So you can plug that into the NRF52840. And then we do shorten this down. So the first version, you are able to like have a nice little coil. But if you're going to, you know, play around with it, like spin it around and stuff, you do definitely want to shorten those wires just so there's less of a chance of, you know, the coiling coming off or getting close to, you know, the top here and creating a shadow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's good.
So definitely shorten that. After that, it's pretty much it. You place the cover on top. You are going to align the little cutout to where the slide switch mounts, or you know, align the USB holes together. And then the pins, the pin mounting holes should line up. I don't know why my photo did not load there.
Oh, wow.
Let's see.
Yeah.
It's basically just a photo of the pin going in.
Yeah, that's odd.
The harness assembly, super easy. You just place it. The logo for their little arrow thing is good for aligning. You can see the two little the loops there. Okay. I just align it to where these two little gap between the bottom little arrow is. You can just align it that way to mount or to thread your nylon string through.
It's funny. You didn't even need a needle because it's such a.
I know. I busted out the needle. I'm like, I'm gonna need the biggest needle.
I don't even need the needle.
Just poke it through. Yeah, the mesh is so wide.
Fun. That's great.
You added a usage page here on using the BLE Bluefruit Connect app, available in the App Store for free. We also have an Android version.
Yep.
And as soon as you turn the feather on, it does send out or acts as a beacon so you can connect to it. And it's usually named, I think, Circuit Pi something. And you just connect to that. If you have iOS, your watch, it automatically downloads the watch version of that. And you have a simplified UI, so you can pick the like a RGB colors. You can individually get the hex code for that, or we have a palette that you can just choose from.
And, it's really nice.
Very well. Yeah.
Yep.
And I think that's it.
Yeah, it's definitely customizable on all fronts. The step file and Fusion 360 file are up on printables, so if folks want to modify the design, we have 3D models of the PropMaker FeatherWing and the Feather Bluefruit PCB with all the components pre-populated, so you have like a 1-to-1 exact measurements of the boards themselves. So yeah, have at it. Folks can modify it. We have a couple comments here on the different socials. Pixel on YouTube is saying, with a little modification, this could be a TRON type turn and bike signal for a safety bike. That's
I wanted to mention that. Yes. That's a really good idea.
And then another one here from TJ saying, awesome project. Can't wait to build a copy. For sure. Let us know. Post it up on post a make on any of the socials, and we'd love to see folks make it.
Yeah, so and just showing footage. Yeah, just showing footage from our preview that we had over the weekend. It was so freaking cool.
Yeah, this really inspired it.
The whole land, the queue. Like, check out this laser cannon.
Right.
They do have in Legacy. It's so funny the way the kids are seeing this, especially Declan, because his first exposure to Tron was me making the disc, and then he sees the movie, and then he goes to the freaking ride.
The world, yeah.
So that's it's epic. It's so cool.
Wow.
This cool little effect here where if you've been to the ice cream shop salons, it's like, where they have foggy glass door and like unfogs when you open it, and to reveal that you're right there where the launch area is. This was so freaking cool. Like the whole setup, the LEDs, the way that they were used.
Yeah, man.
I'm so giddy. Yeah, it's so cool. The locker, the way the locker works, it just scans your Magic Band or your card, and then just remember your number. I texted it to myself so I could remember. And then on the other side of that wall is where you pick up your stuff. So they did a really good job on doing the locker, the way the lockers work. We got the second row here, and then the way that the little doors open up, so cool. The way you sit on there, you're like leaning forward, like that. Your face off. You're on your stomach. Brandy said it wasn't comfortable for the way that the cuffs like grab onto your legs. I don't recall
the leg
feeling
restraints.
Leg restraints. Yeah, I don't remember feeling any uncomfortableness on it. Maybe just because I was like freaking out already, like, oh my god, here we go.
Yeah.
Does a little countdown.
There is
you're off.
There's like a more comfortable seat that you have to, you know,
back,
for folks that are maybe have weird wheelchair accessibility, like they have those seats. So it is an accessible ride.
Yeah, the whole ride is like about a minute long, but that's about all you need.
It doesn't go like in a loop or anything, but it does do
no,
some pretty cool
there's
things.
No inversions. I do not go on real roller coasters where you're doing an inversion, you're like doing like crazy high speed, or where you're like locked into like something where you're dangling. I would freak out on those, but this is nice and calm. It's not like Guardians of the Galaxy where you're going to some steep freaking drops while you're spinning.
Yeah.
So it's definitely
that one made me motion sick.
Oh yeah. I was like, oh, but it's still fun. I would do it again. Like, you know, Tron I would do again, like right away. Guardians, I'm gonna be like, oh, make sure I didn't eat anything, or
the last ride you do before you go home.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I like
if you like LEDs, this is like cyberpunk land. Like that's just so cool to see. I've never seen so many LEDs. Again, like I haven't gone yet. Pedro resides in Florida. Annual pass holders only right now. It'll open up later, maybe in April or something.
Dude, we got so lucky.
I can't wait to go though.
When the email sent out, we didn't get our email, so we had to like dig through some of the groups where they posted the link to actually get your reservation, and we were able to get it that way. So yeah, this was all freaking luck here, being able to get on. Like, if you walk through Tomorrowland, like the line to get on is gonna stay that crazy long, even with the virtual queues when they start this up, when it actually opens up.
Yeah.
Here's like the exit for this. Super cool. Like you were saying before, the lockers are on the opposite side, and just pull your stuff right through. And
if folks want to see a better version of this video,
try to do it like
follow Pedro on Twitter or Instagram, because
you're
on Starlink internet right now, and it is at least on my end, it looks potato. So definitely follow Pedro on the social. He's VideoPixel. This is his handle, so he'll be posting up tons of BTS video of actually being on the land. Again, it's pretty exclusive right now. It'll open up in March, I think, only in Disney World right now in Florida. This ride opened up in like 2014 in Shanghai, China. And it's been out there for a minute, but it took quite a bit. I think it was like a 5 to 6 year development here in Florida. So it took a while. The pandemic kind of paused it as well. So they just got pushed and pushed. So it's been a long time coming to the Magic Kingdom, and it's super cool to see it now open. And literally, like you made a prop like so fast to get it done, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, the timing worked out perfect. Like when we were supposed to go earlier, but then the kids got sick, and then that was when Jordana went. We're like, crap, we can't go because both of the kids were sick, and then we got sick. So when we got the days, it's perfect.
Would you say it's the best roller coaster at Magic Kingdom?
I mean, I would still think Thunder Mountain is probably, just because of the length, it's like 3 minutes long. This one's like a minute long. And
but you get
how exclusive it is right now. Like, it's going to be jam packed. Like, I don't know when the next time we'll be able to wait in line and actually go, even with a DAS pass. Like it'll because it's not going to be. It's going to be virtual queue probably for a while.
Well, way to crush my dreams.
I mean, if you're down, it'll be worth it to pay for a lane.
It'll definitely be worth the 90-minute wait. Yeah, that's fun. Very cool. Again,
that's fun. That's not every day we could launch a project that goes along with the launch of a land and ride. So
yeah,
super
that's
cool
nuts.
we're able to get the timing on all this correct. And yeah, definitely post your builds. Can't wait to see if you get a opportunity to go on. You can take it with you. I didn't see the picture pass holder picture, dude. They do have like a prop where you are able to get like some pictures taken, but I didn't see the guy there. Everybody was taking photos in front of like the signage and stuff like that.
Yeah,
with their own phones.
Yeah, the whole
I guess it was too late.
The whole point of the Disney World to open this just for annual pass holders is to kind of like figure out the crowd flow and the kinks out of like what the queue is like. So good on them for like releasing it, but
definitely
keeping it to a capacity.
Yeah, definitely check out the seats before you get on, because Brandy was getting on and a big guy was like they wouldn't close on him. So but you can ride in the back.
So in the queue, you can test ride the seat to see if you fit and all that sort of thing. So wow, all these good tips on how to get on the ride. That's fun.
Try to go at like around 7, so that because you're going to be waiting for a while anyway, so that you time it as close as you can to when the fireworks go off at 8:15. Oh, wow. So you're going on with the fireworks. I kind of showed some footage there. It's kind of hard to tell because when you see the fireworks, facing the castle, it looks like that's where it's coming from. But when you look at it from the side, no, the fireworks are actually very, very far away. They're being shot at from completely different locations. So, yeah.
Cool. All right. Tron is cool again. It's not that it never wasn't cool. It's just it's in the zeitgeist right now. Like it's back. Yeah. All right. Well, very cool. It's all public. Files are out. Code is up. Everything's published. Just real quick, the coupon code if you want to pick up a feather, some NeoPixel strips, whatever you need to build your prop. Definitely use TRON Disc at checkout and get 10% off your order. We're gonna move on to prototyping. Let me share my screen, or really, let me just show my face because I got this thing. Let me see here. So we're prototyping a new prop from another video game. It's actually from 2 different video games. It's called the Star Fragment, and it's going to be an IoT lamp. I have it. You have one too. I sent you the files to print it out. This is a Star Fragment from Zelda Breath of the Wild, but also Animal Crossing. These are little... yeah, right? Animal Crossing has these too. Like you can farm them. Yeah. So
Animal Crossing, are they in the same
No, it's just a thing. You can use these elements in the game to kind of create new objects. So it only appears at night, which kind of had Lamar inspired to like, hey, let's make this an IoT lamp so that this lights up when it knows that it's the sun is setting. This will actually light up, and when the sun rises, this actually turns off. So it's running off a Py ESP32 S2. And it's using Adafruit IO as the broker, and Metro. One of the kind of metrology APIs to know when the sun is rising and setting. So that's what it's using. This is a collab project with Liz Clark. She's doing the code for it, and this is the prototype, basically pretty much done. So it'll be next week's project. It looks really nice. It's basically a dodecahedron that's printed as a frame. So I have several pieces here. So you print this thing out. This is able to print without any support material. And then you print 11 of these hollow spikes, and they kind of press fit into the various channels like that. And you can print it in yellow if you don't want any electronics. They all just snap fit. So, and then I have a special 3D printed mount for the NeoPixels. I'm using NeoPixel Stick, 2 of them side by side, and then this is the holder there. And it's all printed in translucent PLA for the core so that the light shines through nicely. And yeah, you can either snap fit it together or glue it together if you want. And then I have a little wire hole coming out of one of the spikes. So I have like a dedicated bottom spike. And then you can kind of see the NeoPixels in there. Let me see if I can show it on the bottom here. There you can see the two. There's two back-to-back NeoPixel sticks, and they're just secured with some nylon screws. And then, yeah, you just have a long ribbon cable come out here. I'm using the, what do you call it? The NeoPixel BFF driver board so that it has a built-in JST connector. I'm trying to line this up, and I'm like getting confused here. I think it's like, come on. There you go. I did it. So the NeoPixel BFF driver board makes NeoPixel projects really easy. So here you can see there's the Cutie Pie, and then right underneath it is this dedicated board for driving NeoPixels. So it handles all of the circuitry for like powering NeoPixels over 5 volts properly, and this disconnects easily. So this makes it really modular. So now I can have this board and do something else with it. I have it really low profile, so I have the soldered pins directly sandwiched in, so there's a little bit of clearance there. It's a little awkward because the JST is exactly where the USB is, so you really can't mount it flush. So I have a little kind of rearrangement here so that the USB, this is like the little snap fit case I made for it. It just kind of loosely fits in there, but you have 2 holes, one for the USB C port, and yeah, maybe you can hot glue it or something like that. But again, like this is in the way, so I don't know a better solution to make it so that you can get the USB port out there. So if anyone has any ideas, I don't know, let me know. But for now, I'm just having it do that. I do have a separate piece I'm working on. This is a kind of a stand for it so that it just kind of fits over here. This is hollow, so you can have the USB, or rather the 3-pin JST come down through here. And then I have here a panel mounted USB-C extension cable so that the Cutie Pie can just be, you know, basically what you did in the prop is to reroute your USB port for power. So that's what I'm going to end up with doing. But Lamar had the idea, like, oh, could you make it so that it doesn't sit on the stand? Because she likes it kind of just sitting on the desk like that. So that's why I have it inside this like little case here, a little smaller than this big beefy one. I mean, if it's going to be a lamp, you kind of want the base to be big. So it's in the shape of a pentagon. And then this is just secured with some screws to the snap fit case here. But these are really nice. These panel mounted USB-C cables are great because you just need a hole and then you just mount it with a screw nut. But that's the project. It'll be next week. I'm going to start documenting and stuff now because it's pretty much done. I like that people can choose whether or not they want the electronics. I learned that lesson from like the LED emerald. Like a lot of people just printed the emerald and put any LEDs in it. It's totally fine. And yeah, it's a nice little snap fit case there. So star lamp. Yeah, kids like little stars. I imagine you could print it in TPU so that it's like you know, bouncy and stuff and squishy. That'd be really cool. You might want to glue it or something, but you could totally glue it. I glued this one because it just illuminates better, you know.
Yeah, or do like a filament change right at the top here where you have the snap fit parts.
Oh yeah, you can do that too. Yeah, you can filament change, so you can have like a dual material kind of thing.
Yeah, so, totally work.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll have the files and everything released next week, next Wednesday. I'll have a video as well. We'll probably film outside, like in a forest, and I'll like pick it up like from the forest because we got a lot of forests here in Massachusetts.
Do you have one of the wooden swords or any of the?
Oh, that's funny. You didn't take any. I didn't take any. No.
Oh man.
It's fine. It's more about. It's more about.
I know.
I think we're just gonna show the hand.
I'm just imagining the shot, like, you know, you do a slide, it's right there, and it's like in the background. You know, it's just a background.
We'll let real cosplayers do that. Like, like we're just doing the props. Yeah.
Yeah. Wish I could post the comment here from Discord. Charlene is saying, "Thank you so much for doing all the hard work on modeling the fragment. She's been dreaming of making one."
Yay!
And
so super fun to model.
That's So the reason why we don't tend to go the route of she's suggesting just desoldering the JST cable and replacing it with a top one.
I'd love to do that.
Lamar would not approve that.
Yeah, we try to make it so that it's the least amount of like, oops, something could go wrong.
Work.
And like,
because then it's like, oh no, we told you to do that, and then people are gonna be like, I want a refund because you told me to do this.
Right.
Like,
yeah. So we have to play. You have to walk that line of like being safe enough, but like, how do we make it so that it's accessible to and non-destructive to the electronics?
So we're at fault for
right.
Look who's going to be making the projects. You know, it's students,
parents,
and stuff. So
students.
Yeah, we can't tell them to do that.
But yeah, very, very cute. Easy to print too. No supports required for any of the parts, and you can choose to glue it or snap fit it if you want. So I was impressed that you found that you printed it across 3 different printers and all the tolerances worked out. That's impressive.
Yep. Ultimaker, the Smart Pro, the Creative Pro 2 V2, 2 of those.
And I think in the Animal Crossing game you can have different colors, not just yellow. And Zelda Breath of the Wild, it's only yellow.
I thought it was like purple or something when I looked it up.
No, really?
It was like the pixelated one.
Oh, you know what? It's in the other Zelda games, the non-Breath of the Wild games. Like, this is just like, you know, one of those things, one of those items that like precedes, you know, all of the different Zelda games. There's so many Zelda games. So the Star Fragment, you know, lives on.
And the release date too. When is the release date? Soon, right? March, right?
Oh, is it March or May?
For Breath of the Wild 2.
I forget. Look it up. It's all over the place. Yeah.
Gotta make another. I know, it's always so cool because we know we're gonna have to make something for it, and then I know it's not on the list for Super Mario World, but maybe they'll make a Zelda World next. I don't know, it'd be cool to film there.
Wow, a Zelda World. All right, well, that's for prototyping, and stay tuned for next week where we release the guide and the files.
There was one comment on the YouTube. It looks like 2 Mario stars hugging.
Yeah, for sure.
People are excited.
Yay. Hello. Cool. All right. I think we're ready to do Community Makes. If you want to share the video, Pedro. The Timelapse Tuesday. Every Tuesday we find a thing to print and we do a time lapse. It's a design from the community.
Oh no, audio. So this week I was running out of time for finishing the project. I was like, oh, what's the most popular thing on Thingiverse right now? It was this giant shoe organizer, which works perfectly. We built this whole mudroom area for the shoes. And guess where all the shoes are? Not in the drawers, not in the cabinets. They're all in the walkway entry. So I thought this would have been a cool way to at least have some sort of organization for the shoes.
Yeah, great way to display your new shoe design. It looks great. Did you need any supports? It didn't look like you need supports.
No supports. That's why I'm like, oh, this is freaking cool. It's this whole like grid type structure. So, and it's this giant freaking piece too. It's printing in
it's big.
It's translucent filament. It's nice and strong. Shoes fit on there. I forget what shoe size Gavin's shoes are, but I think mine would fit too. Let's see.
Live shoe. Croc shoes. Yeah. All right.
Which I have to mention, the new formula that they're using on the whatever rubber thing is so good. It's nice and squishy. It doesn't pull your hairs. And
doesn't pull your hairs.
Mickey's on it.
What? Oh, that's cute.
So I definitely got to get another pair for outdoors.
You got your indoor pair and your outdoor pair.
Yeah, but
wow,
it's so comfortable and squishy and non-hair pulling.
Okay.
Recommending whatever new material that they're using to build them.
Okay.
Squishy and nice. And 20 hours to print, so not a short print.
Looks like there's different versions of it on Thingiverse. There's like a full and one with the kind of mesh.
What's that?
Oh, they snap together too?
One of them, yeah. Cool. You can like snap the tops and bottom together.
Oh, like here's another piece here. Cool. Oh, look, Google's following me. I just bought these shoes. Thingiverse. They got to make their money from ads, so you know that's why they got ads. Cool. Well, it's a free design either way. You can get the STLs from the Thingiverse page, and this is designed by Jordi on Thingiverse.
I just like that
Thingiverse.
This giant thing worked.
Right. Yeah, on the first try, right? So
yeah, that's
good. All right.
Pick it up.
Yep. Let's go to the next community makes. These are a couple posts that were sent to us. Here is a post make of the heat set rig. So if you want to make a little rig to do heat set inserts, you can use a soldering iron, a piece of 2020, and some hardware to make this. This was posted up by Elothin. And they said they made a few changes to fit their Squire A110 soldering iron. And a new holder and bigger counterweight works fantastic. Very cool. Look at that color scheme. Looks really nice. Fantastic. And the roller bearings look different too. They look really nice. So yeah, check that out if you want to build your own. You can check out the Learn Guide, and it's on all of the social or all of the repo sites. And then we have another one also posted last month. This was from Holger Averis. Posted up their make, just a photo of it, and they printed it in this kind of brown filament, and they have like a black coated aluminum extrusion. It looks really nice. Looks like they have a wooden base too, and judging from the plug, feels European. Very nice to see this design and this rig getting made, internationally. So yeah, I like the brown too. It looks great. Yeah, look at all the different colors we got here. That makes a whole total of 18 makes in total. Yeah, really nice.
Like
next up,
week.
Yeah, every week we get a new heat set rig. Check this out. Another prop. This is the Zelda Guardian Sword from Breath of the Wild video game. This is posted up by Siri17 on Thingiverse, and they posted up these lovely photos. Looks like they designed and printed their own kind of holders.
I need to
hold it up, right? Yeah. I know, right? You gotta represent your own props. And here's like an elongated. You can see the screws there and the printed texture on it. Looks really nice.
Making sure the kids haven't broken this one. Is it battery?
And they say here it printed on the Ender S1 Pro.
No, battery is not charged.
Smart Pro. Yeah, that's always a thing, huh? Well, at least you can charge it. Okay, next up, we got a comm badge, the Star Trek comm badge using the Circuit Playground. This was posted up by Cartel Chef, I think. And they printed it on a Rank Force RF100V2 printer. Very nice. We originally CNC milled this out of aluminum and brass, but you can 3D print the parts for sure. Yeah, looks good. We got a D20 posted up by Ryan Mack. It says they printed it at 50% scale and a couple other things. They're using organic supports to print out. And this is a good example of like a lot of the props and projects we make. You don't need to put electronics in it. You could just print the shell and use it as an actual piece for your game. Very nice. On the utilitarian spectrum, we have a post of our mini USB fume extractor. This is a tiny little fan and just USB connector. And I added like little googly eyes to it to make it look kind of fun. So this is posted up by Grin Inventor. Posted up their make. It says it looks cool, easy to build, and small enough to take with me on the go, especially since it's USB powered. I just need to find some funny eyes now. Yeah, you can print the eyes too if you'd like. I think I had like googly eyes that I got from Joann's or something. But yeah, it's always fun to add eyes to your useful project. Make it fun. And then lastly, we have a dodecahedron. How funny, because this is basically what the star frame is, minus the kind of chamfered edges here. So this was posted up by T. Michael. It says, I'll keep this model in my calibration folder. Printed with Gantrum P at PET G. Very nice. And that prints also without any supports. Brim is a good idea always. Yeah, very fun. And that is this week's Community Makes. Thank you, everybody, for posting up your makes. We really enjoy seeing everybody posting up their stuff. Lastly, we got a comment here on YouTube.
I was just about to post that.
Oh, okay. What's your go-to brand of PLA?
Amazon Basics, Soul.
You like Amazon?
Yeah.
I like Matter Hackers PLA series. They ship quick and they tend to have good quality stuff. So there's another alternative. I like stuff from
Everyone.
Everyone is good. I was gonna say Protopasta if you want some really artisanal filaments. But the go-to stuff.
Did I see they have their coffee filament back?
Yeah, they do. They do. I want to get some really good kind of wood tones with a little bit of like speckle in there to give it texture. But as far as a go-to brand, Hatchbox, Amazon, Matter Hackers, a combination of those three, whatever is available in your color.
And they're all cheap too. So, I saw someone post the thing like, this thing costs more than something. It's like, what are you talking about? There was like $12 roll of filament that shipped next day. I don't know what.
That's funny.
I think filament costs nowadays, dude.
I mean, if you're getting like Ninja Flex, it's still like
that's
$50.
So this isn't Ninja Flex. It won't work.
PLA is pretty decent these days. $20-$30 for a pretty decent spool.
Yeah, the rainbow one, I can't remember. It's like I don't even think it has a name. Rainbow. PLA,
yeah, the rainbow stuff's good for like statues and stuff to look at. But when you need like something that kind of is utilitarian or functional, maybe stay away from the rainbow stuff because it can be brittle. BB Life.
BB Life Silk or shiny silk shiny.
No. Huh.
Yeah, no, it's like these weird brand name ones. Amazon choice though. Ships next day.
Okay.
For how much is this? $29.
Okay. We are on overtime now. We gotta get ready to eat some lunch. And so it's lunchtime over here in the East Coast. Cool. Well, tonight is going to be show and tell, which will be hosted by Mr. and Mrs. Lady Ada. So we hope to see folks there. Pedro, you're going to come on and share your Tron prop again. I'll come on next week with the star, the glowy Star Fragment. And yeah, hope to see folks. I'm always watching on the couch. So I'll have to see more folks there. Last week we had Devin on. It was really fun to see Devin, the only community member on. So we hope to see more community members come on and share what they are working on. Any last comments and stuff on Discord? Let us know. We'll hang out for a little bit. Oh, the shoe rack is reminiscent of the Falcon 9 grid fins. Yeah, there's some resemblance there.
Yeah, it does have that grid.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for coming on. Don't forget, we got a coupon code, Tron Disc, if you want to get some stuff. Support the show, support the lovely team and makers that are making this whole thing run. We'll also have another discount code today and tomorrow with the John Parks workshop. So make sure to tune in and hang out in the Discord server. Hello, kids. The kids are watching, apparently. Hello, kids.
Oh.
Yeah, Gavin and
hi, Doug. Whoa! Oh no, I just broke your
it's okay. It snap fits. I had the cats. They tipped it over and like all the spikes fell off, but it all snap fitted again, which is kind of funny. Kind of like Mr. Potato Head, the Mr. Potato. You have to like. He's designed to snap. Yeah, there you go. It's designed to fall apart.
Where'd the other part go? Luckily, I printed more parts.
Oh, cool. Devin says he'll have the mailbox remix up for us this week. Very cool. Can't wait to see that one.
Yes, kids, you can finally have the discs. I'm done with the pictures and the show.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Just don't throw
hopefully
it.
I know. Hopefully, it won't be in pieces.
Yeah. That's funny.
And they're laughing
All
at
right.
us.
I know.
Bye, Gavin, Declan.
And everybody too. Thanks for everybody tuning in. We'll see you later tonight on Show and Tell. Until then, remember to
make a great day. See you later
Bye,
tonight.
folks.